Hey guys, this is miicrow. I wanted to make a quick video showing you guys how to get basically free BIS. This is built off the last video where we talked about penetrating empowered and talked about how good of a perk this is in the game. So one easy way to kind of get quick BIS here is if you get one of these weapon perks from CK, or if you get one of these weapons from CK. Don't look at that, but look at the well. You need to have doubloons in order to do this, but pick up one of these weapons. So I would recommend stop poking me. Like, this is a really good weapon as a base with the spear. And then what you need to do is you need to upgrade this. This is currently disabled, but you're supposed to be able to upgrade this in a well, and you can just pick this last perk, right? So if you look at Neural Database, you look at the upgrade recipes for this, you could see that this costs 1,250 doubloons. You have to have what they call the artifact. It's not really an artifact, it's just the weapon. And then you need to have a coconut, and you need to have dark matter, and then it requires the Well of Fortune, so you need to upgrade this at the Well of Fortune. So basically, you pay 750 for the initial thing, you get 1250 doubloons for this thing, so that's like a total of 2k doubloons. You have the Gold Curse Coconut, which you can get once per week, you get the 300 dark matter, and then you combine all that, and you can pick whatever third perk you want, right? So that just lets you do some crazy things. The perk that seems the best for this one in particular would probably be Pen Backstab, but it's just a really easy way to get 70 to 25 like really good gear, and it doesn't require matrices, which is super important. I don't know if you guys have seen the matrix shortage that's gone on, but there's like no matrices on Fresh, which basically means that you can't upgrade like any artifacts, you can't upgrade any gear, because these are really hard to get now. They used to be a little bit easier to get, which is why Legacy isn't having a problem with these, but if you look at when you actually unlock these now, you unlock matrices at 250, and it's really hard to get to 250 quickly on a fresh start server. Like, I'm somewhat close on a few skills, but even then, like, I'm on like 150, and smelting doesn't have a matrix. Jewel crafting does, Arcana does, but like, this is taking a while to get up, and it's just not something we'll have early on. So I would recommend like using some of this gear, and it will just let you get ahead, get some kind of BIS gear early. Also, one other tip too, in terms of this stuff, is these Gold Cursed Epic Crates have the option to drop 725 gear. They don't do it all the time. I can show you guys, see if we get lucky for this, but this is something that you want to be buying every day. It's relatively cheap. And look at that. Called it. But you can get 725 from this. It's 35 doubloons. It's definitely worth picking up. Like, it might not necessarily be strictly BIS. Like, this is not something that I would say is BIS because it has Keen on there. But it does have Smite, and it is a flail. So it's something that's very usable. And you can get decent gear from this regardless. So this is not a bad piece either. And oh my gosh, I'm just rolling gear today. But it can give you other stuff behind weapons, I promise. But it's like, it can give you some good options there as well. So that's something else to pick up. And it just seems like the Well of Fortune is like relatively easy to take advantage of to get wealth quickly. One other tip here is if you go to New World Buddy and then you go to Gatherables, typed in cursed chests, and then you can basically have a map of where all these spawn. So I have this up on my other monitor. If you're on console, there's probably a different way to kind of have this up, like maybe you have it up on your phone and you put it next to you, but you could see exactly on the map where all these chests are, right? So like one spot that's like not taken advantage of a lot is this location down here. This has 5 large chests. This is like 150 doubloons, relatively easy to get. The Citadel is obviously like very good to get to. There's also like a couple areas that have like 2 stacks of chests. Like there's one down here where this one's like hidden behind a little rock, but you can get to on the backside of this island, so that one's usually pretty free. This one up here is like relatively easy to get, and then also if you come down to the bottom of the map, there's a couple areas that have a good amount of chests as well. So all of these spots are relatively good. I would say stick to the bottom right of the map, like that's a really good area. This area here is also pretty good for chests. Or you go to the Citadel, like all of those are really awesome, but there's some hidden ones in open world that you could take advantage of if you have a tool like this open on your other monitor. With that being said, good luck. The doubloons seem like they're worth going for. And then like one last tip is make this key once per week, so you have another day for this. You can go to the edge of the edge of the barrier, and near like where the little objects are that you can see that are marked out by this little thing, and there will be a chest that spawns on one of the sides of this object, and you can open that chest and it will give you 500 doubloons, but you can only do it once per week. So even if you don't want to PvP, this is another spot to get those doubloons. You could also do a chest run in this bottom like right area of the map. Some people are doing that. That's another way to get doubloons. So even if you don't want to PvP, this is an option. You will need to open up one chest to get that gold cursed coconut. I swear it's not that hard to get in there and just get one of those if you guys are afraid. So like if you're just like looking to get in and get out quickly, right? It's like, I don't know, you can come in from this side of the map is usually fine. People don't usually attack you when you're coming in, and just pick up this chest here and then dip. Like, you get your coconut. If you die, you will not drop your coconut. Don't worry about that. And you just have access to like really advanced gear early on in a fresh start. And I'd say this is really obtainable to anyone that's hit 65. I think I went in this zone like early on at like maybe 620, 630 gear score. It was completely fine. You will need to have an okay amount of DPS in order to kill the mob that's guarding the chest typically. But lower gear score in terms of PvP will just mean that you're tankier and you take and you deal more damage, so it's just beneficial to you. So like, don't stress too much about it. Just get in there, open up the chest, get your weekly reward, and then take advantage of your BIS. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.